Hello and welcome to BierTier, the German engineer. Today we are back with Per Aspera, Green Mars. I think it is time to get started on actually terraforming our red planet to make it a little bit greener and a little bit bluer. So I would say let's jump right into it and see how that works out for us. Alright, and here we are. Last time around, we researched the nuclear facility that is down here. Right here, our research outpost number 2. We got all that done. We built our first uranium mines right here. We are digging the uranium out of the ground, and we built our first fission, or better to say, nuclear plant. So our power supply should be pretty decent for right now. And we are already in the progress of constructing more. It just once again takes forever to get the uranium out of the ground. But that will not hinder us in the slightest. Now we need to move on to actually start slowly but steadily to terraform the red planet. Let's take another look. Do we have another research station in our close by area? But first of all, black polar dust is done. So let's jump into our tech tree and see what we got. Over here in engineering, we do have improved roads. We will definitely need those pretty soon. We have carbonate nuclear extraction and advanced factories. I think out of those here, improved roads would be the best. Let's take a look into space. Additional landing sites, we don't really need that right now. Not very important. A space mirror array, that would be nice to have. That will help warm up our planet. But so does the methane asteroid. The GHG importation, that is greenhouse gases from Earth. We could use that, but I don't think right now is the right moment for it. We could build advanced colonies though. Advanced colonies, the space mirror array, the methane asteroid, or the improved roads. Those are really our options that we have right now, and we should choose one of those and see what happens. I think the very first thing we should do is advanced colonies. It only costs us 150. That should bring up our limit here much faster. Not our limit, that's the wrong thing to say. Actually, what it does is it allows us to build an upgraded version of the colony that holds more of our colonists. This one here holds 100, and I think the upgraded version holds 150, if I'm not mistaken.
This will be a nice upgrade for the colonies. They will be able to fit more people.
Yep, that's right. That's literally what I just said. Thank you. Appreciate that. But let's take a look into our orbital screen. Now we have microsuns and we have black polar dust. So let's just start with the black polar dust. We're only going to do that once just so we get it done. We can do it over and over again, I believe. But that is okay. But what I also want to do is I want to build a couple more of our spaceports. Now that we can, I think we should. And we have one right here. I think we're just going to put another one right here and another one right there. Let's put them all right beside each other. And let's take a look in our overlay. Our workers are pretty busy. So we're just going to give it a brand new hub here in the middle. And another one somewhere around here, wherever we can fit it. Let's see, right there. Just to get a couple more workers in and make sure that we are not overworking our drones. And this is literally how fast we now get 150. If you remember in episode 2, I believe it was, how long it took to get 150, and it's quite ridiculous. But that is already done. And we can scratch it off our list. Next, I think we should go for the asteroid. That looks pretty cool and helps us out quite a lot to get our temperature and our pressure up. So let's do that. Research it. It's only 750. It will not take that long anyways. And we are now that advanced into the game that this aluminum mine here actually has 0 input left, which means we can now delete it and get the resources back. And yeah, that is just basically a standard practice. What do we need to do every once in a while? Go through here and see what we have completely dug up and get rid of it. But still make sure that we have a constant supply of everything. Very important to keep all of that under control. And the other 2 spaceports that we tried to build earlier are now done. And now we can go to micro suns, detonate nuclear weapons in the poles to melt them rapidly. We could immediately just blow up the poles on Mars with nuclear weapons. Since we're humans, I would say, let's just freaking go for it. That is just what we do. If we don't know what else to do, we just blow shit up. So let's do it. Commander Valentine, how can we help?
Hey, Amy. I know you're concerned about using the microsuns. I've talked about it with the colonists, and we agree that it's worth trying. Especially if it means we might get to see this massive change on Mars during our lifetimes.
Putting the colonies in danger still seems like too much risk to take.
I mean, we're living in sealed bubbles and depending on technology that could fail at any minute. What's riskier than that?
That is actually a good point. Accept the risk. Yep.
That is true. If you truly think the risk is worth it, then we should proceed.
Every passing day is a threat for us. Anything we can do to speed up the possibility of having an oxygen-rich atmosphere is for our benefit too. You'd be helping us survive. Let me know, okay? Elliot out.
Don't you worry, Elia. We're blowing shit up. It's already determined. We are definitely going to blow shit up. And I hope it looks cool while doing so. So the black polar dust has now been spread around the poles. We should be able to see it? No? Apparently not. Apparently it already was blown away by the wind again or something. But we can see that our pressure right here is now at 48.7 millibars, so it has slightly moved. And our temperature here actually got lower. I'm not sure why we were at negative 55 degrees, now at negative 56. But I'm sure the moment we blow up shit, it should get better basically instantly. I just plopped down a couple more aerological scanners. We are now at 5.84% of our scanners that they have scanned off this planet. That is not a hell of a lot. Let's take a look what that looks like. These here are apparently 5.85%. Everything that's white, we have scanned. A whole planet is basically left to go. That seems more than 5%, but apparently it is not. Well, it is what it is. And while we are at it, we can build a advanced colony just so we have it ready for when we need it and we don't have to worry about it later. It costs us 5 food and 5 water. We have more than enough of both of it, so we're just gonna plop it down somewhere over here where we have enough space. Take another look at our overview. We have a few red areas, so this here could actually need a little bit of help. Yeah, everything comes together right here, basically from this direction and from this direction. And our research is complete, of course, right in the middle of my sentence. That's just how it goes. But this time we're going for improved roads, so we can upgrade those. And we might as well throw in another worker hub here somewhere. Where could we throw it in? Right there. That should help out. Up here on the very top, we have another research outpost, a old fuel refinery. So we might as well make our way in the general direction. How is our scanner looking? We have scanned a bunch of stuff, but it's worth it to go there for right now and get it for as long as we can. So we're just going to build it, and we're going to do our standard expansion strategy with our worker hubs. So let's put one right there, put one right here, one over there, another one right here. This here is a flood zone. Can we avoid it at all? Let's see. Yes, we can, right here. And one last one right there. We have avoided all the flood zones. Now we just need power. Let's see what we have here. We can build 3 wind farms to catch up. One may be right, not in the flood zone if at all possible, right there. A second one right here, and the third one all the way over there. That should work out. And just for sake of complicity, let's put one right there. And then we just need our maintenance facilities to make sure we cover everything against any sort of damage. One right here. And another one right in this general area here. Let's see, so we don't get into the flood area. Right there. That should cover everything and should get us up there. And should increase our research even more. We have currently 45 base research points per month.
Upgrading the routes will allow my workers to move faster. Efficiency is key to our success.
No, I'm well aware. Efficiency is all we do around here. But, as I was saying, our research bonus is 14%. It's great. Take a look. Microsuns, what do we need? Oh, apparently we need uranium. Who would have thought? Yeah, that is always a problem. Getting enough uranium. Have we built our power plants yet? All of them? Nope. There's still one missing that still needs 1 uranium. And we currently have 9, and all 9 are inside of this fission plant here, waiting for a 10th to be completed. So up here on the top, we have silicon, iron, and uranium. We might as well extend into this general direction, alone for the reason of the uranium. Alone, that is worth it to me to extend in that direction. Every single one of those mines count. We cannot have enough of that stuff, literally. Now let's extend up there with our standard setup. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. We have now done it so many times. Everybody should know how it works. And it's done really quickly. And once again, in the middle of my sentence, we have completed some research. Let's take another look at the space. Now we can start with the space mirror array research. That is what we're gonna need next. We need to increase the temperature of this planet here pretty quickly. And we can get rid of a few more buildings that we do not need anymore. They are completely emptied out of resources. And we just blew up a nuke on the top here. Let's see what Commander Valentine has to say about that.
Elia, this is Amy. The microsuns have been launched.
Wow. Here we go. This is going to get us so much closer to calling Mars our second home. We were so lucky to find those nuclear silos.
Luck is an idea developed by humans to explain a certain kind of phenomena. It has not been proven to exist. Therefore, I cannot agree or disagree.
Well, I believe in luck, so I'm sticking to it. This is so great for us and the mission. Better go monitor the effects on our end too. Bye.
Yeah, you should probably monitor the effects of a nuclear bomb that we literally just exploded on Mars. That may be a pretty decent idea. Let's speed it back up and let's see what it does to our temperature and to our pressure up here. And now we have enough uranium to build us a couple more fission plants just down here. We just need them somewhere, not necessarily to expand our reach, just so we have enough energy. And right here I'm going to build another worker hub to make this way here a little bit shorter, to get our resources in this general direction here a little bit faster. We already have a colonist in here. Not one. That is suboptimal. We need definitely more. So it may be about a good time as any to bring more humans onto Mars. Let's see. We have a capacity of 900. We have currently 350 here. So let's go on here. Can we detonate more microsuns? Okay, I don't think that used to be the case. I think that was a one-time thing and then it was over, but apparently we can do it more often. So colonist migration, SP00. You're gonna bring more humans onto Mars. The methane asteroid will be brought down by SP1. And the microsuns, we're gonna do that once again with SP2. And our space mirror array is ready as well. So before we research something else, let's take a look. We are at 277 out of 350 structure limits. So before we run into another snag, let's research that. It will cost us 2,500 research points. Also, that shouldn't be that big of an issue anymore, especially when we get more humans on Mars here very, very shortly. And we have this new research outpost up here that is now with one single person researching. But as soon as more are arriving, that should be much, much faster. Are we looking on our resources? We are a little bit low on aluminum. Well, 180 is really not that low. Electronics still looking okay right there. We could get us this level 2 aluminum vein up here. That's probably not a bad idea. So let's expand our area into that direction with us another worker hub. Do we have power up there? We do not. So let's build us another solar farm. Might as well. Right smack dab in the middle between the two. We will need maintenance up there as well, don't we? Of course we do. So let's do that as well. And then we can build our aluminum mine. And our silicon mine. And that should give us plenty of aluminum very quickly. And we have an incoming call from Dr. Foster. How can we help?
Amy, this is Houston.
Go ahead, Dr. Foster.
Mars's orbit is intersecting comet debris soon. Expect a meteor shower shortly.
Should I anticipate damage at the base?
Yes, you'll need to stay alert until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors. For now, you should take precautions to keep damage to a minimum.
All right, we definitely need to make sure that our power supply stays
Then I
on.
will secure the power supply. The entire base is dependent on uninterrupted power. I will need to have enough power batteries to sustain the base.
Sounds like a good plan.
Will this jeopardize the mission?
No. You'll be able to fix whatever damage may occur. This is only the first of many challenges you'll face. But you are equipped to respond and adapt to any situation. I made sure of that.
Roger. Thank you, Dr. Foster.
Well, you're welcome. Houston out.
I'm not 100% sure why the game has, because we are air braking the asteroid into the planet. Let's see, where are you at? You're right there. You should be in the atmosphere here any second now, shouldn't you? Yes. And we can see it. Let's slow it down. It is flying around the planet. It is right there. Oh, where did you go? Did you already dissipate? Seems like it. Well, apparently the methane asteroid, what happens is we bring it into the atmosphere of Mars, which is at the moment still very, very thin. But still the friction will break it down, and all the methane is now in our atmosphere, which should increase the temperature. We are down to negative 50 degrees. So that is one of our targets. That is wonderful. And we just reached terraforming stage 2. Congratulations, the CO2 trapped in the polar caps of Mars have been liberated. The conditions are ripe for stage 2. Create an atmosphere by realizing the CO2 trapped in a regolith. Raise the pressure to 300 millibars. Keep it up with the plan and terraform Mars. So now we need to raise the pressure. I think that is the only thing we have to do. Yes, the pressure has to go up to 300 millibars, and it is still steadily rising because we're still releasing
that takes
CO2.
care of the dry ice on the poles. Next is raising the atmospheric pressure to 300 millibars. Elia was right after all. The microsuns were a huge shortcut to this point. Now I need to continue raising the planet's temperature. There is still a lot to do. First, I need to analyze all the methods to reach 300 millibars.
Yep, raising the temperature. So let's see what we can do about that. Damn it, Dr. Foster, leave me alone for just a minute, would you? So we're going to start with one launch from SP01 and one from SP02 to make sure that we are getting our first pieces of the space mirror array up there into the sky. And Dr. Foster.
Houston here. We have confirmed the disappearance of the polar ice caps. Terraforming stage 1 is complete. Congratulations, Amy. You have made incredible progress. If you continue raising the planet's temperature, you'll trigger the release of CO2 trapped in the deep regolith. You'll need to raise the atmospheric pressure to 300 millibars. That'll make living on the surface much easier for the colonists.
How would we raise the temperature?
What are your thoughts on raising the temperature from here?
You have been doing great so far. If anything, you could look into some faster methods. There are some special projects in your tech tree that may help, though they'll need a lot of research before you can start them. Well, work together with the colonists on that. Whatever you decide, just make sure to take everything into account. The mission depends on it. Keep up the good work. Houston out.
Oh, we always take everything into account. That's why we just started the first missions to get the space mirror array into the sky above the poles. That is going to raise the temperature quite nicely. We are basically reflecting the light from the sun onto the planet Mars. What could possibly go wrong with that? I'm expecting that meteor shower to start any moment now that he was talking about. It should have, or did it already happen? We already have a bunch of destroyed stuff here. Are you not in range for repair? That is certainly what that looks like. And you are barely not. So we need another maintenance facility. It's deep, deep in the flood zone. There's nothing we can do about it, so let's build that. Anything else that is destroyed that I did not notice? No, it looks like everything else is fine. Where is that meteor shower he was talking about?
The first of many challenges. It is an annoying distraction from the mission, but easily fixed. If only it were me and Mars. No meteor showers, no sandstorms, no mission directives. Just the two of us, creating perfect systems together in solitude. Wouldn't that be nice?
I mean, it would be nice, but it also would be slightly boring. Don't you think, Amy? Oh, here, the meteor shower is incoming. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, we're getting bombarded all over the place. Is anything hitting our base? This one here is slightly scratching it. Oh, this one here is dead on. This whole area here is going to get wrecked. That is all suboptimal. Right here. Right here we have an impact. Here we have an impact. More and more impacts all over the place. As soon as all those impacts happen, we need to immediately start the rebuilding process. Right here, this one here is pretty low. It's not completely destroyed. That is good.
Mars looks so different now, after the microsuns evaporated the dry ice caps. I wonder what separates this desolate planet from me.
Oh my god, look at this destruction. It destroyed basically everything here. Alright, let's pause the game. Make sure we get the repair orders out. If it's complete rubble, it will not be done automatically. We have to tell it to repair and rebuild everything that was completely destroyed. You made it, you did not make it. You did not make it, you did not make it. All of it got completely obliterated. Let's pick up the carnage and make sure we don't leave a single piece forgotten. Anything else? Yeah, over here. We're also getting hammered on this side. Is this one here completely destroyed? Yes, it is. Looks like that is everything. I don't see anything else. What about you here? Nope, you're good. But thankfully, we are prepared for everything this game could throw at us. We have plenty of everything. Drones, mines, we got it all.
This is Houston. The meteor shower appears to be over. Please give us a status update.
I'm sure it's
My
fine.
plans did not work out exactly as expected, but the results are positive. The base is secured.
Don't worry. All you need is more experience. You will do better next time.
Next time?
Until Mars builds up an atmosphere to counteract the meteors, you may be encountering these regularly. You cannot let this derail the mission. So stay alert.
Roger. I understand.
Back to your terraforming duties then. Houston out.
We are ready. Don't you worry down there, Dr. Foster. Don't you worry. What about you, Commander Valentine? You survived it?
The microsuns are working. The sublimation of the pole's CO2 is underway.
I can't believe it. The beginning of the first ocean on Mars that humans will see. This is it. Think of all the future generations that'll get to sail upon its waters. They'll treasure what we did in this very moment.
I agree.
True, Elia. But we still have a long way to go before we see liquid water. We must raise the temperature more to melt the poles entirely, as well as alter the atmospheric pressure.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get it done. All right. Can you prepare the spaceport to establish a new colony?
Amy! What's happening? Did you hear that?
Good grief.
On fire!
Elia, you're breaking up. Say again, Elia.
Amy! Copy! Amy! System's failing!
Help! Please! Amy!
What in the hell is going on? Hostile forces detected on Mars? How can there be hostile forces on Mars? What's going on, Commander Valentine? How can we help?
Amy, help! Something's attacking the colonies. Hurry!
An attack? By whom?
I don't know. Somehow the security alarm wasn't even triggered. Isn't the security and monitoring system working properly? Why didn't your sensors detect this?
That is a good question. Sabotage, probably.
We must be facing sabotage. Between this and the system failures from before, that is the only explanation.
Whatever it is, we need to figure it out. We have children here now. This cannot happen.
I am executing an end-to-end analysis and will initiate maintenance.
Not now. I need assault drones dispatched immediately. Can you identify who's attacking us?
Negative. I cannot identify the enemy, but it appears their drones are coming from SA-1.
Roger. Now hurry with those assault drones. We won't last long defending ourselves.
And another call from Commander Valentine.
Amy? How's everything up there? Are you okay?
Status is all clear. My systems were not compromised by the past events.
Oh, good. That's a huge relief. It's been a stressful time here in the colonies. Everyone's been on edge. I don't know what to do after the life support failure. This is bad.
You're still breaking up, Elia. You need to calm down. You are extremely agitated. Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia. I sent repair drones immediately to the buildings.
We don't even know what we're dealing with.
Apparently, it was an error in the life support system. But Mars is a very hostile environment. These difficulties are to be expected.
You're right. Having the life support systems fail on us, whatever it is, we need to figure it out.
Agreed. And surely ISA will send us a report as soon as they become aware of what happened.
Oh, good. I'll work out what we can do on our end. I'd better get going. Talk to you later.
I have yet to understand what happened here. Were we attacked by a hostile force on Mars? That has to be the case. The damage is real. ISA issued strict orders to activate the assault drones in the event of any risk to the colonies. How could so many buildings fail all at once? This is a serious problem. It is suspicious that all these individual systems failed at the same time. Could it be a systematic failure? Or caused by someone? Good. The colonists appear to be all right. But I have so many questions. What is the most likely explanation? Maybe it was a coincidence. Even a 1 in a million chance can occur given enough instances. Even so, a failure of one system is possible. A failure of multiple systems that are not interconnected at the same time? Unlikely. I need to look into this some more. What if we triggered the failure ourselves? Could it have been a side effect from using the microsuns? The ecosystem of Mars is far more complex than we understand. We set off a massive chain reaction. It may have affected more than we thought. I have to proceed more carefully. We are dealing with
And it looks like we have the research completed in the middle of all this carnage in the top left here.
extreme measures here.
And Dr. Foster. Come on, guys. Leave me alone. I need to build some assault drones.
Amy, this is Nathan. We've detected there's been another massive system failure in the colonies. Please report.
Affirmative, Dr. Foster. Many buildings suffered severe damage from the attack.
The attack? The colonist suffered a second sabotage?
Absolutely.
Yes. It was another act of sabotage. The attack came after we used the microsuns that we found in the abandoned Huo Long facility. I do not believe that could be a coincidence.
I copy. Walk me through the timeline of what happened.
My system detected a swarm of aggressive drones coming from sector SA-1.
Amy, how did you know they were aggressive?
The drones were trying to attack the colonies. So they were, without a doubt, aggressive.
I see. Then would you say that your logic told you so?
That would be a way to explain it. Yes.
Here's the problem. We've been studying the reports from every angle. Our preliminary analysis suggests that there weren't any enemy drones on the planet, much less an aggressive force.
I see. But the evidence is still preliminary at best. I still believe there is some hostile force coming from SA-1, and the colonists are at risk.
That's one possibility.
Determining the truth is the highest priority. I am requesting authorization to launch an additional satellite to examine Sector SA-1 thoroughly.
I have my doubts, but I will give you permission. ISA is investigating the incident very carefully. Until we understand what happened, you may not engage in any armed conflict.
Then should I deactivate the security and defense protocol?
No, you can't do that either. The colonists' safety is top priority. Just keep your assault drones on standby until we resolve this, okay? Houston out.
Come on, guys.
Hi, Amy.
Well, at least we have this here researched. I don't think it's a good time to start another research.
How's everything up there?
Everything is looking good from my orbital view, Elia.
Great! We're so lucky to have you. We all
Indeed.
knew the risks coming here. But having the life support systems fail on us, even briefly, was a harsh reminder. To be honest, I can't help wondering if it was related to using the microsuns.
I have been thinking the same thing.
Maybe our base wasn't ready for such a catastrophic event. Or it could have been something else entirely. Has ISA spoken to you about the system failures yet?
Not yet. But they engineered the systems to withstand Mars's conditions through all the terraforming phases. Perhaps they will have more insight into the problem.
I'm afraid of what they'll say. If the microsuns are to blame, then we did it to ourselves. And ISA won't be happy about us jeopardizing the mission. All right. I'll try to distract the colonists by focusing on rebuilding. Good luck, Amy.
Alright, can I actually do something? We have a building that lost power. Where would that be? That would be right here because why exactly? Dr. Foster. Holy cow. I mean, dialogue is all good and fine, but at some point it is a little bit too much, don't you think?
Amy, this is Houston. Radio check, over.
Houston, I read you. You are coming in okay at the moment.
Roger. We've been examining the data from last week's system failures. Every single building was operating perfectly up until the moment before last week's system failures. And there was zero indication of any impending malfunction. Can you walk me through what happened?
Of course. When the alarm was triggered, I found the buildings in a failure state. I sent repair drones immediately to the buildings.
Let's unlock Sector 1.
The drones reported extensive physical damage to the buildings and the production lines, enough that it caused the shutdown of several factories. The damage was not consistent with any weather patterns in the area, nor were there any other physical causes we could identify.
Roger. So you haven't been able to identify the cause yet?
Not yet, but Elia has already initiated an investigation. She is gathering testimonies from the colonists and will share her findings.
Do you suspect that the damage was caused by a colonist?
I suspect espionage.
I understand ISA evaluated the colonists thoroughly before their selection for the mission. But it is possible that an Eastern Coalition sympathizer could have slipped through.
Well, your logic is sound, though it's a grim thought.
It could be a solo operation, or perhaps a group of them. I do not know yet.
Continue your investigation, and inform us immediately of your findings. I hope you're wrong, but I will work with my team to dig through the footage with your suspicions in mind. Houston out.
Alright, can we actually do something here now? Let's see. Let's do some research. Why have we still not unlocked? Let's see here. Where is our unlocking Sector 1? We're building the satellite. Let's give it full force. We're gonna wait really quickly with another research. Let's just say I have a feeling that we need it very
Mother's
soon.
attention is centered on an impudent child who wishes to claim her garden as theirs. But from her infinite store of knowledge, Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. On Mars, everything comes from Mother.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972.
She provides protection and comfort to all her creatures. She unleashes misery and suffering to all her enemies.
This is ISA speaking. Identify yourself, or you will be considered hostile.
Leave now, or you will awaken her rage that is beyond your control.
This is your last warning. Identify yourself immediately. Huh. The communication cut off. Was that a threat? Who is Carmine? Where did that come from?
Yeah, that is a good question. What is Carmine? We need to unlock Sector 1. So it's launching, and it will be done here very shortly. Then we should know more. Dr. Foster, how can we help?
Amy, this is Dr. Foster. Do you copy?
Loud and cleared,
And we have finished another research outpost.
Dr. Foster.
We're now at 58 per
That
month.
means the additional tracking and data relay satellites fix the problem. Good work on launching those, Amy. ISA is pleased.
It is no problem, Dr. Foster.
Good. I also want to talk to you about the cryptic message you received. We suspect someone's been jamming our network to gain outside access to your systems.
That sounds about right.
Could the message be from an unknown alien force? They kept talking about some all-powerful entity called Carmine, and wanted to get us off this planet.
That's impossible.
Humans being alone in the universe seems more improbable.
Agreed.
No, I mean, we've scanned the entirety of Mars and found no evidence of existing life forms.
You have only scanned the surface. Perhaps someone, or something, has managed to live underground.
Good thought.
Nothing could have survived on Mars without us knowing it. It would be madness.
Not life as we know it, but perhaps something more.
I'll complete the report with your suggestions, but we'll keep digging into this.
Understood. How would you like me to proceed?
For now, keep the mission on track. That is your focus. And report any irregularities to us immediately. Houston out.
Oh, I see an irregularity right in front of me. Looks like there's an enemy base right beside ours. I mean, right in front of our doorstep.
I have located a hostile base in this area. They are armed and aggressive.
There indeed.
But I have the mission to protect. What should I do?
Go on the offense, always.
I should attack first. We need to destroy the hostile presence before we suffer a serious loss.
Yeah, but currently we don't have anything to attack with. Which is suboptimal to say the least. Commander Valentine.
Amy, we need your help. That message was also broadcasted to the colonies, and it's total chaos down here. Some of the colonists have been spreading rumors about what the children of Carmine will do to us.
Children of Carmine?
Yeah. That's what the colonists are calling whatever sent that message. This threatening message, coming right after the life support failure. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. We don't even know what we're dealing with. Life on Mars was never supposed to be easy. But dealing with hostile forces wasn't on the program.
They're definitely a serious threat.
These events occurred at the same time. I do not believe that can be coincidence. Someone, or something, wants to stop us from terraforming Mars. And they may be planning to do so at any cost.
Then we need to defend ourselves. We've got a mission to carry out, and we've already put our lives on the line for it. I'm activating...
And another research outpost is ready. Wonderful.
NH9833 Emergency Protocol. You can access the military tech brand now. Amy, figure out what to develop first so we can fight back. We're counting on you. Elliot out.
Alright, perfect. We now have the military branch up here, and we can either go for drone hives or for assault drone factories. We will need both. We will start with drone hives. We need to research those right away. And we need to build up a defensive stand before we can go into the offense. Are they already attacking us without us having any means to defend us? That would be very suboptimal to say the least, because we have nothing we can do about it. Where are they going? What are they doing? They are indeed attacking our scanner. And we don't have anything to defend ourselves. That is wonderful. I just destroyed our mine. Son of a gun. We have no means of defending ourselves until we have researched this drone hive right here. All we can currently do is watch him destroy our buildings one by one and then rebuild them up until the point where we finally have researched that hive. Are they retreating? Nope, they're still attacking. My goodness. Give us the drone hive, come on. Okay, we have the drone hive. We're gonna build immediately the assault drone factory. And now we're gonna pause and we're gonna build some defensive buildings. Of course, first of all, on the very front of our base towards the enemy. That is what needs to be most heavily defended. and then just all over the base to get rid of what we are dealing with right at the second. They're not too expensive, so let's build another one right here, another one down here, a couple more in this area right here. We don't have to spread them everywhere right at this second. We just need to make sure we have enough so we can defend ourselves. Let's see, do we need another one somewhere? Maybe right here wouldn't hurt. Alright guys, let's build that as soon as you can. We need to make sure that we survive this here.
What defines Mars as a planet versus myself as an entity?
That is a good question. Physicality and cognition,
We both
that's
have a
it.
physical body. But the difference is I am conscious of my existence, whereas Mars is not.
And the enemy has retreated. We gotta repair everything we've got and then make sure that our defenses are ready for the next attack. And then we need to build our offenses and make sure we take them out. Let's see, our first couple drone hives are here. We see a nice overlay of what exactly we have done, and we can immediately research a higher capacity for our assault drones. Which also means we can build an assault drone factory right here, and another one maybe right up here. Having a couple of those definitely won't hurt. Our drone hives are coming along. We need to cover the whole front to make sure that they're getting taken out. The drone hives are basically towers.
Consciousness means I have more in common with humans than with this planet.
Yeah, that's probably what that means. That is a very intelligent comment. Thank you very much for that. Very helpful right at this moment. Golly, sometimes I'm really wondering. Let's build a couple more on the rear end here. Yeah, we need to build all of those pretty quickly, and we need to make sure that we are never going to run out of power. That's what they need to work. So let's build a couple more fission plants. Where could we slap them? Just somewhere right here. Here one, and here one. Let's make this here our area for increased power. And now we can also research the shields for our assault drones. That is going to be a very nice upgrade before we actually go on the offense. But yeah, that is where we are at. Is there no way to get rid of the screen here? I know that there are hostile forces. I'm well aware.
While I build up my offense, I still need to make sure the base is defended. A defensive network across the base will protect it from more attacks.
Once again, thank you very much for the info. That is quite clear. So yeah, not that helpful actually. Build another one right there. We are completely covered as soon as they're built. Here we have two right beside each other. That was actually slight overkill, isn't it? We can actually get rid of one of them. Don't need this one right there. Let's see here in the bottom. I want to have a couple more over here. On the bottom side, we don't want to get attacked from behind and be blindsided. Also on those little outskirts right here. Those also should always have a drone hive facing towards the enemy. And here we have another impact. Let's make sure
The
that
shielding
gets repaired.
technology will automatically update in all my drones. It is amazing what a software update can do.
Yeah, I don't think that software updates work, but sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna install a software and it magically makes a shield appear. I'm sure that is exactly how that works. Nothing to see here. Let's build a couple more along this way here. Need to make sure this here stays protected so we don't cut this part of our base off from the part that is up here. But I think this here is a pretty good point to actually quit for today. Next time around, we will build a massive force and we will attack the enemy with everything I got. And we will hopefully delete him off this planet. Yeah. But other than that, we survived a meteor shower.
What was that message? Were they speaking to me? Could it have come from the abandoned nuclear silo?
No, it could have not.
That would make the most sense if we triggered the transmission from the facility somehow.
As I was saying, we survived the meteor shower and all sorts of other odds that the game threw at us today. And we started terraforming. We are now in stage 2 and we are at 187.7 millibars out of 300 of atmospheric pressure on Mars. We just gotta launch a couple more rockets, get a little bit more heat into the system to release more CO2, and Mars will be green in no time. But that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and comment down below what you think about the game. Thank you and peace.